Hello and welcome back. It's been a little while. As you can see by the change in scenery, I've moved into a new place. So today we're playing some more red-white Kirin combo. This is a deck I've played before on the channel. I guess I'll put the video up there somewhere. The idea is that you're playing the Kirin combo, which is Celestial Kirin and Ugin's Conjurant. Basically, you play this, and then you play Conjurant for 0, and it blows everything up. All the lands, all the tokens, anything with CMC of 0. And you back that up with this kind of like red-white weenie shell with Ragavan, Thalia, and like Boom Bust. So you have like this really low curve, especially with the Evoke Elementals. And then you use the Kirin combo as a top-end finisher. Now, I didn't make too many changes to the deck since the last video. Really, the only changes I made were just to the sideboard here. So I'm gonna rewind a bit to the first video. In that video, the main difference between this list and Spike's list was the addition of Thalia over Wall of Omens. I really like Thalia in the Kirin deck because it works really well with your land destruction game plan with both Boom Bust and the Kirin combo. And it's also just an attacker. It has like power, which Wall of Omens doesn't. Now, the downside of playing Thalia in this kind of deck is that you have a much worse creature matchup. Like, you can't really play a lot of Ephemerates without the Wall of Omens. And because you have fewer Ephemerate, you're going to be ephemerating Solitude less often. And that's like the most powerful thing you can do in this deck alongside the Kirin combo. And so my idea initially was to play Skyclave Apparition in the sideboard to help kind of shore up those matchups. But I realized that with Thalia and Esper Sentinel in the main deck, you actually have quite a few flex spots to work with in those matchups, those like creature matchups. And so since we're bringing in cards like Skyclave Apparition and like the extra Fury, you have more ETB creatures that can work with Ephemerate. So I thought if adding the third Ephemerate would be like okay. I also added this copy of Giant Killer because I think it's really cool, and also because well, it's pretty free with the Ranger-Captain. You can just search it up when you need it, and it can shore up matches like Amulet Titan or Hammer Time, for example. So yeah, those are all the changes I made. Before we get into the video, some housekeeping stuff. I don't think I will be able to stream or make videos as often as I did during the summer. Not that I made them very often, but still. The school year is starting up, and I also picked up a second major this year. So I'm going to be pretty busy. My goal is to make at least one video a month. I think that'll be what I'll be aiming for going forward. So I guess just watch out for those. But yeah, now if you only have time to see one match in this video, I suggest you skip to the final match. I'll put the timestamp like right here. That's where all the fun stuff happens. And it was a really interesting matchup too. So I think you would like that. But other than that, enjoy the video. Going first, well, this is probably fine. Unfortunately, no turn 1 Ragavan, but we do have the boom on turn 2, and hopefully we draw like another colored source so we can cast 2 spells on turn 3, or like a Solitude, that would be good. Okay, well that's unfortunate. So now they're ramping. I'm considering getting down this Ragavan now, but I think I'll just cast Boom. Could be like Infect or something. And maybe they kept a one-lander with a bunch of Blighted Agents. Oh, okay, second Hierarch. I can imagine this being Infect. So what do I do about that? Probably just Dash Monkey. If they block, that's fine. No block. And that got a Snow-Covered Plains. I'm considering not using this token this turn, or just playing the second Ragavan. I'm not sure that they're playing Infect yet. Guess I'll take the safe route. Because if they're playing like spirits. I think it would be bad to like jam the second Ragavan. A Wall of Omens. Okay. Definitely doesn't seem like spirits. They could have attacked there. I'll just play this and pass back. Oh, hey, Ketchel. Sorry, I wasn't looking. I don't know how long ago you sent that. Wall of Blossoms. Oh, I think I know what this is. This is like Spike's Bant deck. Like the Coco, what's it called? Soul Herder deck. I think that's what it is. Yeah, I should probably just play that as a land, I think. No point in attacking at the moment, so I will get down this guy. I think the Giver might matter the most out of all of these. Oh, unfortunate. I think I am gonna trade my captain for the Ephemerate here. It feels bad, but I believe that keeps it in exile, so now they can't loop this one with Eternal Witness. Okay, that's rough. So we need to find like Solitude soon. Well, I can't really do anything, so I guess I'll play this. This can maybe let me... No, never mind. I can't really... Even if I have this, I can't really attack through the blockers because they have 2 colors in play. Rough. Oh, I could have ephemerated to stop that, but that's okay. They have the Solitude, or they have the Soul Herder to flicker the Solitude anyway. Yeah, I don't think I can get out of this now. I needed to find the Kirin sometime. So against this deck, should probably bring in some of these. I feel like just these, maybe Prismatic Ending, and maybe the third Conjurant. Yeah, that video is Blue Steel, or is Penny Dreadful. Penny Dreadful Blue Steel is a lot of fun. It's at least better than like modern Blue Steel, I think. Against this deck, I'm not sure. Maybe I just take out Thalia. They're like mostly a creature deck. And then I don't want to cut too many booms because I brought in this Fury. Maybe Mana Tithe comes out since they have ramp spells. Yeah, sure. Oh, maybe Esper Sentinel instead of Mana Tithe. Oh well, I feel like I can't keep that. I'd have to draw 2 white lands. Okay, this one's a little better. Probably bottom this mountain. We can go boom on turn 2. They do have a Mana Dork though. Maybe just Ragavan here? Can get the tap land down this way, and now we can start attacking next turn, hopefully. Unless they have a wall. So I think the play is this. I'll attack with the Ragavan and go for Fury Pitch Ragavan. And I just hope they don't have or an Ephemerate here. That's the hope. Okay, good. And the reason why I attacked first was so I could get the 2 for 2, get the Hierarch out of there. This might be working. Oh, if we draw a Conjurant there, that would have been kind of nice. But this is okay too. Oh, they have Solitude. Are they gonna Ephemerate? I guess they must have held it in hand. Or they just drew it. So I won't play the Kirin. Okay, now these can get Death Touch if they fetch like a Plains. Oh no, this is not going too well. I can't even attack. Still don't think I'm gonna trade my Kirin for them, but yeah, if I drew Conjurant, I'd probably go X equals 2 here. Unless they have something... Okay, Time Warp. I might have to block soon. Oh, that's pretty good. They brought in Forge-Tender for Ragavan and Fury. And the Witness can get back the Coco. I'm gonna not block and try and draw a Conjurant. Okay. Good game. That matchup seems tough. Just a bunch of lands, I guess. Oh, there's one. A little too late. Yeah, those decks that draw a lot of cards are pretty... I've like always had a rough time with them because they can like put stuff in play and then keep churning through their deck for lands. And then now they also have the like Solitude and stuff, so it's even harder. Can't keep that one. This one isn't much better, but I guess I should keep it. Plain Sentinel. Thalia... I mean, it's a 2-drop, so it's probably fine. Arid Mesa. Maybe Mardu. Maybe just black-white. Profane Tutor? What? Okay. Yeah, I'll just play this Thalia. I have no idea what this could be. Tutor Sentinel. Ingenious Smith. Okay. It's black-white hammer with Profane Tutor. Okay. Nice attack, I guess. Thanks. Okay. So if they have hammer, they can get Sigarda's Aid next turn. But they can't play both, right? Yeah, they shouldn't be able to hammer me next turn, especially since they missed a land drop. So the two things I'm thinking about are whether I should play the captain or the giver, because getting the giver down here would be pretty nice just to get some blockers in play. Get a protection blocker in play. I guess I'll just play the captain though, because we can also just stop the profane tutor from happening by sacking this. That might just be worth it, because then we trade 1 for 1. Or actually, this gets a creature, so it would be a 2 for 1. Spellweaver Helix plays Profane Tutor. What is Spellweaver Helix? Odd Nauseam does play Profane Tutor. I do know that. At least I think they do. The versions I've seen do. Okay, Spellweaver Helix. Exile 2 target sorcery cards from a single graveyard. Whenever a player casts a card, if it has the same name, you can copy the other without paying its mana cost. Okay. I'm gonna dash this Ragavan. You can exile Raven's Crime Dark Petition. Okay. Ah, I see. And then you can just retrace Raven's Crime from your graveyard if you have a second one. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Well, they do trade the Pure Steel Paladin. It's kind of surprising. I'll take it though. Now I can just play a land and hold up Solitude next turn, because they still can't equip Hammer, or play something and equip Hammer with this Thalia in play. So yeah, the plan is Solitude next turn. They might have Cauldron in their deck, the Stoneforge. Yeah, they do. So yeah, I'm gonna go after the Stoneforge on my turn with this Solitude. Okay, Mana Tithe is okay, I guess. Now we have an active Giver of Runes and a lifelink creature, so I think we should be fine, because even Hammer can't get through the Solitude. They have Memnite. Yeah, that does go infinite. Although you need right. Yeah, Dark Petition tutors the land, so yes. Yeah, that is infinite. That's cool. Yeah, that does seem really hard to set up. You need to do a lot. I guess if you play it on turn 3, that's technically a turn 4 combo, right? If you use some discard spells, or you could Raven's Crime yourself. Okay, I'm going to attack with the Solitude and see what they do. No, you can talk about whatever, I don't care. Oh, okay, no blocks. That's fine. I think I'm actually going to play this Conjurant. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I'll play the Conjurant. Why not? Now we can hold up Mana Tithe for this hammer. Unless they draw a land. That would be sad. But it was important to get in some damage there, because otherwise this Ornithopter might one-shot us with the hammer. Because they can attack and then play the hammer after blocks. Oh wait. Oh no, I'm not holding up Mana Tithe. I forgot. This costs 1 more. I should have just played this for 6. Well, that's okay. That's okay. We're still good. I think we can still beat this Ornithopter with the hammer on it. So, should be fine. So I guess it was probably better to just not play this and hold on for the Kirin. Okay. So I'm definitely going to hold up Mana Tithe here. I can get the second Giver. That should let me start blocking forever. Or like even start attacking. Let's see. If we attack here, yeah, I can force a chump block. But I think it's better to just hold back a little longer. So really their only way out of this is Shadow Spear, and even then I can just like play around it. But they haven't played a land yet, so I can just leave up Mana Tithe here. They're attacking like this. This gives me lethal on the backswing. I can actually just block with the Solitude here, and then I go to 6 and then take 4 from the Ingenious Smith. That puts me at 2, and then I have lethal, because they only have 1 blocker, unless they drew more blockers. Okay, let's do this then. We'll be a little safer. Block here and here. If they play anything, I Mana Tithe it. Aha! Aha! Gotcha. Let me make a Mana Tithe counter. I don't know where to put it. Oh. Oh. I forgot to give that protection. That's still okay though. Oh. Why did this attack? I clicked on it. We should be fine here. Ingenious Smith finds Esper Sentinel, but we're still good. Okay, well, I have a 3/3 flyer and a bunch of unblockable or creatures that I can make unblockable. So this doesn't have flying anymore because the hammer removes flying. Yeah, that is a lot. And I'm boarding out Ragavan because they have Memnite, which can block Ragavan pretty profitably. I guess I'll keep this. Because Ranger-Captain Kirin, that's the combo. They could have Thoughtseize. Just to guard his aid. No creature. Oh. Sayonara. It's a nice top deck. Blade of the Oni? What is this? Menace equipped creature has base power and toughness 5/5, has menace, and is a demon, and is black. It has reconfigure 4. That's pretty cool. Oh, but now I have Solitude Ephemerate. Yeah, I'll just play this tapped. Yeah, very spicy. This looks like a cockroach of some sort. Some kind of bug. Oh, it's a sword. Yeah, no, it's a sword. Oh, but it has legs. So I guess it's supposed to look like a cockroach. Do I pitch the Ranger-Captain? I could just get an easy 3-for-1 here. And I think I should pitch the Captain. No. I think pitching the Kirin's probably better. I'll just do this now. Ephemerate. It's so strong. Especially in this deck. Although I guess we technically don't have the Armageddon at the moment since we pitched the Kirin. Okay. Casual like 3-for-1. Ooh. So I'll play this Ranger-Captain. I think it's probably best to get the Giver here. Well, I'll get Conjurant. I think that's fine. I think with Fury, we can just answer their board, whatever they play over the next 2 turns. This package is so strong in Kirin decks. Oh, they got Shadow Spear. Maybe they must have like Cauldron in hand or something. Oh, I don't have enough lands to cast. Oh, right. I thought I had 5 mana. So I guess here I'm just gonna get Ragavan and then pitch cast the Fury. I feel like you only get this if you have the Cauldron in hand. So I'm playing a little safer here by just going for this now. And I think I'll just be able to race whatever they have with my board. And if we draw another Kirin, it's just lights out. Paladin, that's fine. Okay. I will accept a Solitude Paladin trade. Okay, no trade. So here I think we get the Giver of Runes. Because the way they come back from this is getting a bunch of like Colossus Hammers and on this Pure Steel Paladin, and then like Shadow Spearing it. Giver of Runes helps at least to stop the hammers. So there's hammer number 1. They have the Shadow Spear. I should have I'm gonna sack this one right now. Now they can't Shadow Spear. And then we have lethal on board unless they have another creature. Maybe I should have done this on upkeep. I actually didn't notice they were at 4 life until just now. So upkeep sacking probably would have been better. I wonder if they have Saga in their deck, because they haven't drawn any of them. They're playing both of these fetch lands. I feel like they might not have enough space for Saga. They're thinking really hard about this. The ability resolved. Sweet. Cool. Good game. I still haven't quite figured out like the sideboard plan to support these Furies. Because yeah, in the matchups where Fury is good, sometimes like Seasoned Pyro is bad and Ragavan is bad. Like against Yawgmoth, you don't want to have too many of these because they have Young Wolf and other undying creatures. So you usually want to cut these. But you also want to bring in the Fury, and then like you don't have enough red cards. So that's something I've been thinking about, is like what kinds of red cards would be good in those creature matchups where you want Fury. And I haven't quite like come to a conclusion on that yet. This is a weird hand I think I might just dig for Ragavan. Okay. I did find Ragavan. Maybe a few too many of them. Oh, it's 2 a.m. there. Okay. Good night, Ketchel. And thank you for the well wishes. This is blue-white affinity / Urza's, or like Urza. Yeah, that's probably what this is. So the Ragavans aren't going to be that good. I'll play the Giver runes, because I want this to be not summoning sig as soon as possible. Yeah, my sleep schedule is also like wake up at 11 a.m. So I can relate. I went to bed, I think, at like 4 a.m. last night. See you later, Ketchel. Moonsnare prototype. Okay. And Ornithopter. They still don't know about the Ragavan. So I could maybe get a dash in. And this board, I'm probably gonna want to Conjurant for 1, actually. Perfect. Should I get second Sacred Foundry? It's probably a good idea, too. But I am at 16, so I'm gonna play it a little safer. My Ragavan has protection from Ether Spell Bomb for this turn. Oh, they're just drawing. That's reasonable. They're at 1 card already. Wow. Okay. Next turn, I'll probably give this Ragavan protection and try and attack with it, because I am stuck on 2 lands at the moment. Maybe if I draw a 3rd land, I won't do that. Oh no, is this Urza? Oh, it's Nettlecyst. That's probably fine. They do have a flyer, though, so that could be an issue. Thankfully, we have this combo in hand, and I just hope it'll be fast enough. Okay, and that's their draw for turn. Or one of these is their draw for turn, but that's their last card. Okay, no land this turn. I have to give the Ragavan double protection here to get in. Then I would maybe take like 8, 7, 8, and then this Spell Bomb would get to bounce something. I think I'm gonna go for that. So pro colorless, pro black, so that the token can't block it. This is to give me an extra mana this turn, and then play Ranger-Captain. Oh, it's a good thing they didn't draw that one. Alright, so the Ranger-Captain's gonna get Ugin's Conjurant. I'm not gonna sack it, because they don't have any cards in hand. If I draw a land and do this again next turn, if they don't sack the Spell Bomb, then I might be able to combo Teferi. That can bounce the Ragavan, which they might do that. That would be reasonable. Oh, they bounced that instead. Yeah, that's fine. So now if I draw a land, I would be able to cast the Kirin next turn. They don't currently have Metallic Rebuke up either. Oh, perfect. Perfect. I'll give this pro colorless. I have the second one, so I can do it in response to the Spell Bomb as well. And I'm just gonna attack them. Make sure I don't skip through my main phase. That would be bad. And the Kirin combo for 0 here wipes all of their lands and all of their creatures. They don't play any counter spells that can deal with this, to my knowledge. And they can't remove the Kirin after it's resolved, because I get priority back. And now they have access to 1 mana from the Moonsnare prototype. And that's it. They could draw a land, of course, but this is a pretty good spot to be in. They should have floated a blue with this. That would have let them sack the Spell Bomb. Either like bounce my Giver or like, draw, try and find a land. They did find a land anyway. Maybe they had that in hand. They play Shadow Spear, it's useless. This Teferi isn't doing too much. Yeah, and they're letting me untap with this Giver. Let's see, if I attack like this, it's 5 damage. Like this. 5 damage, I can race. The Teferi isn't doing too much at the moment. So I think this is okay. This puts a much faster clock in play. I can play Sentinel this turn then too. I think this is okay. Sometimes it can be sketchy, but it seems fine to me. Give it pro colorless, because this is an artifact. It's not blue. Sometimes people see the blue mana symbol and they're like, that's a blue spell, but it's not. Okay, they packed it up. So in this matchup, I think Fury is fine. These booms are kind of bad, actually, because they sometimes play the Razortide Bridge, which is the blue-white indestructible land. That can be hard to deal with. They have a lot of mana acceleration, so I think Mana Tithe should come out. I think Fury is nice to have. Skyclave is good as well. Sentinel's decent, Thalia is decent. So let's maybe go like this. Just trim one of each of the like the core package to bring in some of these sideboard cards. And this seems okay. Oh man. uh One land, one keep. It's not a Roy stream without a very sketchy one-lander. This definitely qualifies. I think I'm probably going to be casting this Fury like on turn 1 or turn 2. So I'm not worried about like not having an indestructible land for the boom. Because this deck has a lot of creatures. Plays Memnite and stuff. No Memnite right now. Okay. I'll play the Sacred Foundry first, because if I draw another land, I can actually boom on turn 3 by targeting the Arid Mesa and then sacrificing the Mesa in response to the boom. Because you just need a target for this. It doesn't have to be in play when it resolves. So sacking this would let you keep your land and still blow up their land. If I don't draw a land, I'll just play Thalia and plan on casting Fury. Nettle Assist. 1, 2, 3. Fortunately, I can get both of those with the Fury. And their hand is kind of relying on this Springleaf Drum. Unless they have another land in hand, I guess. Hopefully this should set them back some. Especially with the Thalia. So I'm just going to play the Arid Mesa, get a Plains. Actually, I'll get Sacred Foundry. Because you never know what could happen. Evoke Fury. Fury, of course, is one of the best cards in an Armageddon deck. Or it's gotta be like top like 2 best cards you can play in an Armageddon deck. Because look at this. It's just such a huge tempo swing. If they had another creature, we could have killed that as well. Even if the Nettle Cyst is like 4 toughness, because or they would lose 2 creatures and then the Nettle Cyst would become smaller. Let me illustrate that in more defined terms. If they had 2 Memnites in play, the Nettle Cyst would be a 4/4. But if you dealt 2 damage to the Nettle Cyst and then 1 to each Memnite, it would still destroy the token because the Fury would destroy the 2 Memnites, which are 2 of the artifacts that are buffing the Nettle Cyst. And then once these are gone, it would become a 2/2, and since it has 2 damage marked on it, it would die. So let's just attack here. Next turn, Skyclave is going to be great. If I draw a land, the Kirin combo will just nuke everything to Fairy. That's fine. I wish I had Mana Tithe. I might bring them in on the play. That's a land. So I think the play is to play Skyclave. Get rid of the Springleaf Drum. I'll just attack Teferi down here. Skyclave, Springleaf Drum. And I'm targeting that one because it's a mana source that they can use after Armageddon. And I'm playing for the combo next turn, so it's good to get rid of this mana source proactively, I think. Especially since they have no creatures for the Nettle Cyst. Like, to equip the Nettle Cyst too. Okay, and their hand is just this. So, they're gonna get murdered by this one. Alright. Alright. Goodbye, lands. Nice knowing you. Next turn, we can play Giver. Or if we draw a land, we can just play the Seasoned Pyro. That's game, though, for sure. Yeah. Sweet. That was nice. I guess I'll keep it. Seems pretty good against a discard spell. But it's Sacred Foundry Ragavan. I'll probably Solitude that right now. Okay, second white source is good. I will just Solitude that now. In case they have double Mana Tithe. Oh, it's Goblin. Okay. I guess it's red-white burn with Ragavan. Mana Tithe on top. They have Riftbolt in exile. Right on time. I should probably just let that resolve. And they have to play off curve here a little bit. Give me a land, please. Another Mana Tithe on top. Okay, they're just not doing anything. Okay, I'll just make a blocker for... They can't Searing Blaze this right now. Okay, I thought they had Mana Tithe for a second. That was kind of scary. On this board, I might actually want a second Ugin's Conjurant. If I'm playing for the combo anyway. Ragavan would be fine too, because you can go Kirin combo, get a red source off the Flagstones, etc. The reason I would want the second Conjurant is to wipe some more lands after. I'm gonna go for Giver. I think this is the safest play. This way, if I don't draw a land next turn, I can play Giver and hold up Mana Tithe. This is certainly a tough spot to be in. They do attack. Thalia on top. That's nice. See, if they have double burn spell, I'm dead to the Swift Spear. I think I'll just take the Goblin Guide. I don't think I can do much about the Swift Spear anyway. Okay, it's fine. Let that happen. I'm going to play Thalia so they can't double spell next turn. And then the Giver. So it actually ended up being better to block the Swift Spear there. Okay. Certainly, I will just double block. Actually, I might just block with the Giver. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. Just chump block. That way they can't get rid of my Thalia. And, well, okay. 2 Mana Tides. We're gonna pray. We are gonna pray. I really needed that 4th land. But 2 Mana Tides. Oh, but I can only cast one of them. Oh yeah, that's a problem. That is, yeah. Okay, no attacks. Land. That doesn't hurt me, please. Oh, I think they're thinking of upkeep, doing something. Okay, nice. I will not pay 2 life. No attacks. Guaranteed. They're guaranteed to not be able to kill me this turn. Now I have Mana Tithe up, but I don't think I need it yet. Solitude is great insurance. I'm not gonna dash the Ragavan because I want to make mana with it. They still can't kill me even if they draw 1 land. They haven't drawn any lands. It's even better. They might have to trade for the Ragavan. Oh, okay. Okay. Dang, okay. Yep. Gross. Ugh. Disgusting. Okay. Hanged on by a thread there. Whew. Okay. In this matchup, Forge-Tender is good. Ending is good. I'm not sure about the other Conjurants. It's probably fine. The Fury is questionable because sometimes they have hands where they just don't have creatures, and then like the Fury just sucks. I might actually board out this other Fury just because of that. I think there's a decent chance they might bring in Roiling Vortex as well. So yeah, I think I should take it out. Skyclave is a little slow against this deck. So I'm considering bringing in the Mana Tides. They can sometimes trade with something. Seasoned Pyro is slow, and we boarded out the Fury, so we don't need them as much. Sentinel is good. I think Ephemerate can come out. It does have the really high upside with Solitude, but we have fewer creatures to flicker now that we boarded out the Fury and the Seasoned Pyro. And Solitude is just fine as a as just a singular removal spell, I think. Boom is a little slow on the draw. Okay, this seems good. This is good. I'll keep that. Forge-Tender is great. Goblin Guide on their side. Gives us a land, nice. I am gonna ending the Goblin Guide this turn. I think that's better than Forge-Tender because it keeps it off the battlefield forever. And they can Skull Crack to keep the to beat the Forge-Tender. This gives me a red source for next turn. So I'll play the Forge-Tender, play this. This gives me a red source that doesn't deal damage to me. That's why I did it this way. 2 Swift Spears. It seems they're stuck on 2 lands as well, which means this boom is going to be very strong. Let's see, 3, 4, 5. If I sack this now, I think I'll save it for when I get to a lower life total. Sentinel is great. Okay, play that first. Boom this land. Just hold back and block. They have Goblin Guide. It's a lot of damage. And they do just go for the attack. Okay, another land off the top. That's good. I can trade the Sentinel here for the Goblin Guide. I think that's worth it. Because that means less damage next turn. Solitude. So I'm guaranteed to take 2 damage off these Arid Mesas. Which means I'm at a virtual 5 life. I really want to cast the Solitude. Like hard cast it. So that I have a life linker. I think with 2 blockers this should be safe enough. It seems like they're still stuck on 1 land. They did this before playing their land. So they could have a second land. And if they do, then sacking the Forge-Tender here would be pretty bad. No, I'm a wimp. I'm not gonna do it. Especially because the Solitude is coming down next turn. Whew. I think I might get there with this. Okay, here we go. This is good. Oh, no, they played around it. No. Okay. Good for them, good for them. Now if I draw, what's it called? Ugin's Conjurant, I can just play it for 1 though. So that's good. Definitely attacking here with just the Solitude. With the Forge-Tender in play, I think I'm safe to play Thalia and Kirin. Oh shoot, I should have played the Sunbaked Canyon. Okay, well, I'm gonna do it for the content. If I throw, if this throws, then oh well. I think that should be fine. Okay. Whew. Thalia, I think, was very, very good right there. This league started off kind of sad, but then the rest of it, it's just been a steamroll. Pretty cool. I'm really liking the two giver, two sentinel split. I think it's good because giver just complements Thalia so well. I would even consider going to 4 giver and no sentinel, but sentinel's like a lot better on its own. So I think it's fine to just have 2. Kahira. This hand probably isn't that good against Kahira. This hand isn't that good in general, but I guess I should keep it. Oh, I wanted to play? Cool. I didn't realize. I mean, I must have clicked the button, but... Okay, Hall of Storm Giants. I have a feeling this will get spell pierced if I play it. And I'm gonna play it. I think it's correct. I think I should. If I get pierced, then it's sad, but I don't know. Oh, Force. I mean, okay, that's fine. That's fine. And they pitched a Supreme Verdict too. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Now we can double spell. Plains was a nice draw there. They have Ending for the Thalia. Sure. If this is a Force of Negation control deck, I have a feeling that it is the one with Chalice of the Void and the other card, Subtlety and Narset, Days Undoing. So I will actually play the Ragavan with just the 1 mana, because if they have Chalice, then I won't be able to replay it. And I'll hold this in hand for the Kirin. See? I'm so smart. Okay, so good. The reads, they're just in there. Oh, okay, that's bad. Okay, Ranger-Captain's nice. I probably have to attack the Narset, I think. So I'm gonna do that. I don't want them to draw 2 cards with it. And I think the giver is better off over here. So my plan is to Ranger-Captain on their upkeep, stop them from casting Days Undoing. And, do I want 2 givers? Probably not. I think I'll get the Esper Sentinel. And this is obviously, this feels bad, but this is the only way I can stop the Narset from doing this thing. Well, I'll go for this. Okay, cool. So now we can leave up Solitude. Okay, so they play Jace, probably Brainstorm. They've already played a land, so they can't shuffle. I'm surprised. Oh, I guess they played the land first because I have Mana Tithe. They must have been playing around that. But they're gonna Fate Seal themselves. So I'm gonna cast this end of turn so that I can get rid of the Jace. Whew. Do I wait on this? I think I should attack the Jace with these 2. I'm not gonna give up the giver protection, I think. Not for the treasure. So, I'm not sure what they did with the card last turn. I think they left it on top, I think. Well, they're probably gonna... They might Days Undoing this turn. So I might just want to cast this now, targeting this and the Hall of Storm Giants. I think I will hold that in hand, because the combo here would be very strong. Like, if they cast Supreme Verdict and I find the Kirin next turn, I think I'm just ahead. So it's probably better to just play the Ugin's, or hold the Ugin's Conjurant. Okay, they do go for Days Undoing. Sure thing. They let me draw... Oh, yeah, it doesn't matter, does it? And they just F6 to pass to me? Okay, I have a bust in hand. Let's go for this attack. No blocks. Jace off the top. I can't cast it, unfortunately. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I could cast the bust here. The odds are high that they drew a counterspell, though. Maybe I'll try and bait a counterspell first. Because I have a feeling they... I mean, they have 7 cards in hand, so they almost definitely have one. So I'm going to cast the Seasoned Pyro. I will discard 2 lands. So now I could boom with Mana Tithe up. I think I need to assume that they found a Supreme Verdict. So I will, yeah, I'll pass back here and plan to bust next turn if they verdict me. I think that's the play. Man, there's too much thinking in these in the control matchups. Okay, they let me draw again, so I suppose they're going for the Days Undoing, which wouldn't win the game here because I actually have lethal in play. But yeah, notably they can't force of negation my Mana Tithe. So unless they have a land, could maybe get the Days Undoing with the Mana Tithe. But of course, again, they're still dead if they cast it, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, never mind. Never mind. We don't have lethal. Sorry. By the way, the reason I discarded 2 lands last turn instead of the Kirin was because I could potentially force through a counterspell by like casting 2 Kirins in the same turn. If I drew a land and a Kirin and a Conjurant or something like that. They do have a land. They play it tapped though. Oh no. Oh no. Yes. Oh my god, this is the best kind of Mana Tithe. When they could have played around it, and they just didn't. Okay. Against this deck, we want to take out the Ephemerates and the Furies, bring in Mana Tithe, and I'm surprised they didn't play around it, because like, they were kind of playing around it all game. Yeah, bring in this stuff. I want the Skyclave because it can answer the Planeswalkers as well as Chalice of the Void. And Chalice is pretty good against me, I think. I would consider bringing in Prismatic Ending, but I don't think that's like good enough. So I probably just like cut to Solitude. I like Solitude because it has Flash. Like you saw it last game, just played it as a creature. End of turn to like pressure their Planeswalker. Oh, one nice thing about Prismatic Ending is we can actually cast it for 5 colors with Cascading Cataracts. Hasn't come up yet, but that is a thing that can happen. No, I feel like I'm kind of down to bring in Prismatic Ending over the Solitude. I feel like it might just have more use. I think they might bring in Chalice against me, so I guess I'll keep it. It seems fine. Ragavan gets under Chalice on turn 1. Mana Tithe is kind of cool. I do like that. Oh, right. I forgot they did that. So I'll attack first. Maybe we can find a Prismatic Ending off the top. I guess I'll cast that. I don't know. So this turn they're gonna Cauldron me. Yeah, I should have kept the Solitudes in. I forgot about this. We do have a few outs, specifically Prismatic Ending, but Solitude would be nice to have here. And like Solitude is also okay even if they don't have this package in their deck. They're going for the block. That makes sense. Supreme Verdict would be kind of nuts here, because this would stay. Oh, they had Batterskull. Okay. Well, the Cauldron token would stay if they did have Supreme Verdict and put this in play and like casted it. Yeah, Mana Tithes aren't very good against Stoneforge Mystic. I guess I take it. I think I'm gonna lose this game regardless, but yeah, I guess I'll take it. I'll try and Eiganjo this Germ token and take 5. I'm really banking on finding a Prismatic Ending. I think that's like the only way out of this. Okay. Well, those are completely useless now. That's slightly awkward. Okay, I think my plan will be to bring in 4 Solitude, cut the Mana Tithes. Maybe on the play I'll keep a few in. Okay, I'll just concede. I could have equipped the sword, but I think they're gonna block anyway, so. Yeah, wouldn't have found the Prismatic Ending. So something like this. I think the Tides are fine, but I think they'll try and play around them. Maybe like this. There, that seems fine. Going first, I don't think I should keep that. Okay, this is a little better. Bottom that card, and then play the bridge. I think I should play Thalia this turn. Hopefully they don't have removal for it. They didn't reveal Kahira, so they still have the Stoneforge plan in their deck. They did have removal. Yeah, I think I'll play the Ragavan like this. It's tempting to dash here, but I'm gonna try and play around Chalice as much as I can. Okay. I'm actually gonna go after Teferi here. Ranger Captain resolved. Ideally, they took out Subtlety. Okay, I think I'm not gonna sack this on upkeep. I think they're going to Teferi bounce this turn. One of these. Okay, they go for the uptick. Maybe they have Supreme Verdict. I'm gonna sack this on my turn to try and stop counter spells. Of course, they do play Subtlety. That's the main issue here. Subtlety and like a removal spell on my Ranger Captain kind of gets them out of this. Like Supreme Verdict, I don't know. Okay, that's fine. They get Batter Skull. I'm gonna get a Plains. End of turn, Skyclave. Okay, so we have the option of playing a little slower. I'm going to attack first. Maybe just go both at Teferi. I don't want this guy around. Okay, now I don't actually need to sack the Ranger Captain. They got Batter Skull. Okay, well, 1 mana counter spells that can be cast off of colorless do not exist. So no Subtlety and we're good. We are A-okay as long as there's no Subtlety. Okay, nice. Whew. I guess I shouldn't like be relieved yet. I believe this deck plays Solitude as well. So this can still be somewhat sketchy. I can hold this land in hand. Okay, so what I'm going to do is attack both at them. No blocks. Now I'm going to play my land, sack the Ranger Captain, and then cast Skyclave. Oh no, I should have just played the Skyclave. Well, this is okay too. Yeah, I should have played the Skyclave first. That was a little loose of me. I was going to try and blow up the Teferi, but this is fine too. I think I should attack the Teferi here to buy a little bit of time. Play Thalia, just down in response, that's okay. So yeah, I misplayed last turn. I should have just played this first and then sacked the Ranger Captain. This is a spirit, so it triggers the Kirin. And it has 3 CMC, so it would have blown up the Teferi and my Ranger Captain last turn. Go both at Teferi. So my best draw is probably Conjurant, I think. Something like that. I'll just play this because I want to attack. Oh, this doesn't play around Verdict, but they don't have Verdict mana? Okay. Oh, they also didn't have enough. They couldn't cast Verdict through Thalia anyway. The second Thalia. I'm considering sacking the Canyon now. I think I can go both of them. Now they're at 1 life. They need another white source to cast Verdict, but they're at 1 life, so they can't crack fetches. They do play Mystic Gates, so that's something to consider, but I think the best play is to just play this creature instead of sacking this Sunbaked Canyon. I think this is the highest probability of working out. Okay, cool. Nice. Ugh, that was a very close game. Like, really, really close. I misplayed a little bit there. I could have ended sooner, but good. We got the 4-1 after a kind of not great start. That new blue-white control deck, by the way, is really cool. I really like it. It's blue-white control, but it's like tap-out control. And then you use the free spells, of course, which is, you know, whatever. But as like Chalice, Narset, Days Undoing. Narset is very good against Ledger Shredder. This says you draw a card, then discard a card. It just makes you discard a card if you trigger it on your turn, which is pretty tough to deal with. Narset is just so good against that, which is very funny to me. But yeah, solid run. I feel like I really want some red cards that are good against creature decks in the sideboard. Maybe Lightning Bolt is just the answer. I don't know. But like, you really do want Fury in some of those creature matchups. And in those matchups, sometimes you don't want Ragavan or Seasoned Pyro. Yeah, I don't know. But that's it for today. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all later.